Be a silly goose and show up and expect just to shoot because they're probably going to kick you out. Testicle. Welcome to the channel. All right, guys, so we're on our way right now to Kimberly Crest House in Redlands, California. As you can see, we're moving very slowly. If you live in Orange County or you live in Los Angeles, give yourself at least 2 hours. We gave ourselves 2.5 hours and we're getting there 10 minutes before start time. We've been on the road for over an hour and there's still an hour and 10 minutes left. So that's the main thing. Give yourself plenty of time because you can see we're crawling here. All right, now as far as shooting at Kimberly Crest House, few things. You do need a permit to shoot there if it's anything that's beyond shooting with your cell phone or shooting as a hobby. If you're shooting just for fun, you're shooting with your friends, whatever, they allow it. Obviously, be mindful of the grounds, but you don't need a permit for that. For what we're doing today, we're doing an engagement session. We did need a permit, so we obtained it already, and the permits start at $150 an hour, and they go up from there depending on the scope of your photo shoot. So we already got the permit. We sent them our certificate of insurance, so we are all set. They're expecting us. When you get there, I usually check in with them, let them know that we arrived, that we're there, just so they don't have to come up to us and ask, hey, do you guys have a permit? They know it's us there. I think they recommend us out of here because I know some of our photos are up there somewhere. So they do recognize us when we show up sometimes, but in any case, we always go and acknowledge that we're there. Another thing is nice because today our bride asked us if there was a place to change. This place has a bathroom, so if you want to go in and change in between the session, you can certainly do that, which absolutely helps instead of having to change in the car. Parking. When you get there for parking, you go up the lot, and then once you see the parking lot, you veer to the right. You go up to the top, and then you park at the top, so that way you don't have to walk all those steps going up. I know it sounds very trivial, but in the middle of the summer when it's 100 degrees or more, which we have done that, it definitely makes a big difference to park closer to the top. They do allow drones, but they say, just be mindful, like people will be in your background. So if you're shooting photo, that's pretty easy because removing people from your scene is extremely simple now. But if you're doing video, just be mindful of that. You're gonna have people in the background because, in a way it's a public space, so you can't really fight that too much. And if you do a session at Kimberly Crest and you want to do 1 hour there, you can do your second hour. There's a park right across the street. We've done a session there with a few of our other couples, and that's been really nice just to kind of mix things up. So you do 1 hour on one side, 1 hour on the other side, and it's just a nice little extra, and it's literally right across the way. So that's always nice. Today, our couple, Angie and JR, they said that they just want to do the 1 hour session. So we're going to do the 1 hour at Kimberly Crest, and we'll get there eventually. Hey! So one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm sharing my location with her, because even though I shared the information with her, obviously sharing the location is going to be a little bit easier so she doesn't park at the bottom. We've been here a bunch of times, but this is her first time, so just making sure. And only share for an hour. Don't share indefinitely, everybody.
No, you don't! Because it's...
Right.
Did you want to start down there? Or?
Yeah, we'll start over this direction. Yeah.
Okay.
Try to keep you guys in the shade for a little bit.
Okay, how have you been?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. And relax the shoulder just a little. That's it. Beautiful. Hold. Relax your shoulder just a pinch.
Am I looking back again?
You're gonna be looking for this one. Look towards the flash, but not at the flash. So you're gonna be looking kind of over here. And then JR, you're gonna be looking not at the camera, you're gonna be looking a little past me over here in case I go down a little lower. So right there, hold that right there, guys. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Awesome. Hold that right there, looking this way. 1, 2, 3. Ange, let me have you turn your head a little more this way. Perfect. And relax that shoulder a little. Beautiful. Right there. Nice. I have a beautiful ballad playing in the background. We wrapped up. We already had some tacos because that's what you do when you come to Redlands. You give yourself extra time, and then when you finish, what are you gonna do? Sit in traffic for 2 hours? No, go and get some tacos. This place was actually really good. What was it called? Do you remember? I don't know, we'll post it on the screen. That's where we had some tacos just now. Really successful shoot. It was kind of quick because we only had an hour, and then the next person who had an appointment was coming right after, so they are very adamant about you being done in 1 hour. You're not gonna really get too much leeway. I mean, they weren't like pushing you out, but they let you know, hey guys, the time's up, thank you so much. So we did one last shot with the drone, and then we called it. Very successful, we got a lot of different looks. She changed dresses in between, which also helps because now you get 2 different looks out of her. But yeah, overall, really great. If you're shooting at Kimberly Crest, remember, get a permit. Don't be a silly goose and show up and expect just to shoot because they're probably gonna kick you out, which the rules are on their website, so don't be silly. Pretty much it. I'm gonna take Alexis over here, who's been recording a lot of these videos, to mount. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. You're just gonna see it on the screen right here. That's where we're gonna go check out because it's on the way home. We're gonna be stuck in traffic anyway. And one thing that I'm pretty adamant about is like whenever you go somewhere that's different, I'll go and scout something, even if it's just for the heck of it, or I can also think like if there's a couple that wanted to do a shoot that wanted to cross at the top of a mountain, boom, I know exactly where to go. I know exactly how to get there, exactly how to get to the top. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go for a little hike, kind of. We'll see how far we make it up. So we stopped at Mount, you're gonna see the name down here because I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. We weren't gonna hike, obviously. We didn't have hiking shoes on. But I wanted to show Alexa, so just like, again, if you have a session where they're asking for something very specific, there are certain things here that you could probably do that could be kind of cool, or if you just want to get out of the house. What I'm doing now, though, is I'm transferring the photos over to the laptop. Yeah, maybe I could wait until I get home, whatever. But since we have an hour drive, I figure we might as well run this thing through Aftershoot. If you guys aren't familiar with Aftershoot, we have a video that we posted a few months back. We're gonna post another one actually because they are sponsoring us, which is pretty cool. We're gonna have a promo code, which is gonna save you guys a little bit of money. And we wouldn't be pushing Aftershoot unless we actually believed in it. So I'm gonna run this through Aftershoot on the drive home. And by the time I get home, the entire job is pretty much gonna be edited. I'll select some sneak peeks to send over, and then I'm gonna go through the entire gallery in order to remove any of the junk, the additional, because it over selects. I would rather that than under select. And then I send over the final product in a few days. So yeah, we're just gonna let this transfer and we're gonna try to have a nice, safe drive home. I'm not gonna pay attention to this, it's just gonna do it. Then I'll drag it into Aftershoot and then it's ready to go. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what the shenanigans we get into, feel free to subscribe. If you don't like what we do, I don't know why you're watching this much into the video because we're a bunch of minutes in. Anyway, I'm rambling now. You guys have a good night. Bye now.